Hey guys, SFT Golfer here, and today I wanted to make a quick little video on how to shape your shot and hit draws and fades in World Golf Tour. Now, so hitting draws and fades is fairly simple, as all you have to do is just miss your meter left or right of the ding based on if you want to hit a draw or a fade. So if you want to hit a draw, you're going to want to miss the meter left of the ding, and if you want to hit a fade, you're going to want to miss it right of the ding. Now, the farther you miss it from the ding left or right, the more the ball will draw or fade in the air. Alright, so we're currently on the first hole at Torrey Pines here, and of course, the wind can affect the flight of your ball, pushing it left or right based off of what direction the wind is going. However, for this tutorial, I wanted to show you with as little wind as I could. So just remember to account for the wind when you're also hitting draws and fades, as the wind can also impact which direction your ball goes in the air. Alright, so as this hole is the dog leg right, we're going to try and hit a fade here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a full shot, and I want to miss the ding right. I missed it way far right, and as you can see, the ball is fading in the air down the fairway going right. You could see right there, and it will even keep going right, the fade, and you could see the fade from missing the ding right. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the farther you miss the meter from the ding, the more it will fade. So if I want to hit less of a fade than the last shot I just hit where I missed the meter way right, I will try and miss it just right of the meter, and then it will just fade. If we watch it here, there's a little fade on it, and yet not near as much as the last shot. Now, I forgot to turn the shot tracer on during the recording of the video. However, I wanted to show you a fade with the shot tracer on just for a little more visualization. Of course, the exact same principle applies for hitting draws. You just want to miss the meter left of the ding. So if we want to hit a pretty severe draw, let me aim a little right here. We want to miss it pretty far left of the ding, so I'll miss it there. And if we watch, you will see there's the draw shape right down the fairway. And also, as you can see, has a little bit of draw spin, so it will roll out just a little left once it hits the ground as well. Once again, here's a draw visualized with a shot tracer. Like I also mentioned earlier, the wind can definitely affect the shape of your shots. Now, we have a little stronger wind here on this hole, and it's going from right to left, so it's way easier to hit a huge draw with this kind of wind. Hitting a fade with this wind is difficult. You can try to hold it off into the wind, and yet it won't really want to fade really hardly at all. So I want to show you a huge draw you can hit here. We'll aim right, and I'm going to go ahead and put full power on it and miss it left of the ding, and we'll see how crazy this can draw. See how far this draws in the air. So using the wind to your advantage to hit shape shots is also definitely a good move, just knowing which way to hit it based off of the wind direction. I also quickly hopped on St. Andrews with a lot more wind to show you a large sweeping draw with a shot tracer. So what is the importance of hitting draws and fades in World Golf Tour? The first thing I can think of is using fades and draws to help you hold the fairways on your drive. So what I mean is, for example, on this shot where we have a right to left, pretty decent wind, I would want, if I aim right in the middle of the fairway like I am right now, I would want to miss it just right of the ding so I can kind of hit a fade into the wind and hold it off straight down the middle of the fairway. So I'll try and miss it just right of the ding. As you can see there, it'll go pretty straight. It'll still draw a little, however, it'll go even left side of the fairway. So right there, I aim down the middle. I should have missed it a little farther right of the ding, and you can see I still hold the fairway by playing it off the ding to the side against the wind. Whereas if I were to have missed it left of the ding, it would have gone way left of the fairway for sure. The next thing is for approach shots. So on this shot, I'm of course going to move the marker to the right because we have a right to left wind. And now I'm trying to miss the ding either on the ding or just right of the ding to kind of hold it off into the wind, because the more, if you miss it left of the ding here, especially once you get on those courses like Royal St. George's or St. Andrews, where you can have up to like 30-mile-an-hour winds blowing left to right or right to left, if you miss it on the same side as the wind is going, so like say you have a right to left wind like this shot and I miss it left of the ding, it will exaggerate the draw like crazy and go way left. So I like to play it to where I'm hitting a shot, kind of holding it off into the wind, and then it won't quite exaggerate the wind quite as much. So if it's kind of, I guess it's a way to like counterbalance the wind in a way. So we'll go here, wait for it, miss it just past the ding, and then as you can see, this will hold it off into the wind, and it still went a little left, even though I missed it just right, and if this shows you, holding it off into the ding on the wind will stop it from really extra exaggerating the wind and your draw or fade. Now otherwise, the potentially other thing I could think of using hitting draws and fades for is if you want to hit it around trees or obstacles, especially if you're using the wind, you can get a pretty good fade, especially with those like 30-mile-an-hour winds or draws. And yet, it's kind of more of a rare situation. I think it's mainly just important to know what type of shot you're trying to hit based off the wind, and then where you miss the ding, and know how it will affect whether your ball goes left or right in the air, and also what kind of spin you get once it lands. Now I did just mention spin, and I think the wind is mainly what affects spin. However, I think missing the ding left or right can also affect your spin a little, because a draw is a left spin and a fade is a right spin. So when it hits the green, whichever type of shot you're hitting, it should help you to spin the same way. So for example, this shot, and especially if you have max spin clubs and wedges like I do, it should even exaggerate a little more, I would say. So I'm going to hit this shot. Yes, we have a right to left wind. However, I'm going to try and put a draw on this and see how much we can get this to spin left once it hits the green. So you see this here. Let's go ahead and go. And you see how this spun left. So hitting the ding left or right can also affect your spin once it lands a little, I would say, as well. Anyways, guys, I know this video is kind of all over the place. However, I kind of hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Let me know what you guys think and any other future ideas. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you later.